I spent a lot of nights just not sleeping and crying and wondering what I was going to do. And as I said, you know, God really answered my prayers, and this was the miracle and the turnaround that we both needed.
Look, we're creating kids an opportunity, whether it be an inner city, a poor environment, cultural deprivation, whatever it may be. We're taking them from that point, putting them into a situation like this and showing them, hey, and telling them there's a better way out there. Let's show them something different so that hopefully they can strive for that.
Oh, I think that this was the best thing ever happened to him. George Jr., in my opinion, was the best thing ever happened to my grandson. He has not only grown here, educationally, he has grown socially.
They made me see that me as a person, I could be the CEO of a company, or I can be a bum on the street begging for change.
Like your CPs, plus they took you in as their own. They love you to death and let you enter in their home.
And he walked to my office, and we have a plate glass window and a door that's locked, so you can't just come into the office. And he picked up a lamp and threw it across the room and broke the window. I had to pay for all the damage for that.
There wasn't a minute that went by where I didn't want to get high.
I would say 100% of the guys that we have been involved in the drug scene one way or the other.
This one individual who was in a situation where he accidentally shot his friend.
His mother was a crack-addicted individual, and he sold crack to make money.
While I was home, I was hanging out with my friends, and they thought it would be fun to vandalize some people's houses. They thought it'd be fun to break into a garage and steal some quads and blow them up. And being a follower instead of a leader, I followed and did the same thing. The crime that I've committed to get here was a DUI and a violation of probation. I was never going to school. I was never doing anything with my life. I mean, I was just like a bum on the streets.
I don't think that the perception of residential treatment for juvenile delinquents has really changed in the last 20 or 30 years through today. You have a lot of people that, you know, feel that it's warranted and necessary, and you're giving kids opportunities, and you have probably just as many as saying, hey, kids should be locked up. They've committed crimes and they need to pay the price, and you know, you need to make it as difficult as you can on them.
So when will I be due back then?
2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks, okay.
Everybody that I have met in the past 2 years, there's not one person that I could say is here just because it's something to do, because it's a job. They all love the kids. And I think children respond to love. And I think a lot of times when they're in this sort of environment, it's because they're not loved or they're not supported, and they really do get that here. It's not an institution.
They need the guidance and the support and the love that they initially don't have or don't get at home.
But the heart, it comes through relationships, you know, the heart. I mean, because without the heart changing, a young man's not going to change.
I was a third baseman. I never knew I could play baseball as well as I did. Academics, I never knew I was as smart as I was. I didn't think I was capable of doing the things that I've accomplished here at George Jr. in the past 6 months. I was really nervous when I got here. There's about 400 other kids here.
I came at 6:30 at night. And I was very angry that day.
So when they came to pick me up, George Jr., I wanted to run, and I had plans to run, and I was going to run, except this guy, his name is Mr. Chuck Carlin. He was my transporter. He talked to me about the opportunities that I have at George Jr., but he never lied. He told the truth, and when I got here, what he told me is exactly what I've seen. The school and the George Jr. staff sit down with you, and they talk to you about what you need to do, what you have been doing, what you're doing now, how to change it all, where you come from, where you're at, and how you can go.
Sometimes they come here after the judge has ordered them to come here. So sometimes they don't even have the opportunity to go home and pack up their belongings that they need. So they're shocked and embarrassed because the judge has sentenced them here. And some are anxious to see what's expected of them, and some are rebellious. Sometimes they threaten to abscond
We left Philadelphia pretty early, like around 11. I came here at nighttime, and it was different looking at it at night. Because the next day I woke up and I was just like, wow, that's a nice place to be. You can get some fresh air up here. There's trees and grass. And
the first hour or two, I felt a little nervous, but I walked into a cottage called Brejon West, and when I walked in there, I seen a big screen TV, other kids playing together, cards, board games, sitting down on the couch watching TV, talking on their phone to their parents. Walked in, there was a big table, a regular table for all of us to sit down and eat, and regular carpeted floors, and it really made me feel more comfortable. And then when I went to my bedroom, that's what made me feel the most at home. When I walked in there, there was a bed, a real bed, no cot, no nothing, just a real bed, a real dresser, a desk lamp, a window. Unbelievable to the lengths that they go to help us build foundations for the rest of our lives. Like, they don't just throw us in this place and say, all right, do your time here.
You're going to be hard-pressed to be placed by a judge that is not saying, kid, I care about you enough to put you in a facility that is an incredible facility to give you a chance. You know, it's to give you a chance, young man, to make a change. You don't have to change. You can repeat and go out and do the same old, and it's going to get worse. Or you can come here, have a reflective time out, and decide, do you want something better?